Now, John, you are quite unique. You're a world champion both on two wheels and four wheels, and you're a patron of this fantastic occasion. What are you driving here, John?
I've got an old friend, I suppose. You may recall we were driving together, and I will remind you that we arrived in Spa, and there was a 196 Mercedes Grand Prix car. You drove, of course, and there was the W125. You took one look at it, saw it had the throttle in the centre, and said, "John, you've got it." So yeah, I'm driving the W125 again. The Mercedes, of course, of Caracciola, and so I'm sort of imagining myself, you know, what he would have done with it, and at the same time telling myself, throttle in the centre, brake on the right, and so I go along the track muttering to myself this, to ensure I don't get the pedals wrong.
John, I remember your changeover from two wheels to four, and you were pretty wild, if I may say. I've said before, following you, one saw more of the front of the car than the back. What did you find as the biggest challenge, the changeover?
I didn't have a real problem in doing the actual speed. That wasn't the problem. The big thing was that I'd never served an apprenticeship. The first car race that I ever saw was the first car race I took part in.
But you stamped your authority in both fields. Now, to stamp your authority, I can understand in motor racing. Is it similar in motorcycles where you have to show, like, who's the boss?
Yes, I think, as old man Fry always said, first of all, you've got to have a bit of fire in the belly. Secondly, that sort of sensitivity. With fast corners, I didn't have much problem because the line through the corners and everything was very similar to a bike. And I just had to get used to the sort of relationship of power application being through the foot rather than through the hand. But I did have problem dealing with slow corners because that's so vastly different.